Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing with y'all some of my K-pop confessions that I have. Most of these confessions were just things I thought or things I did as a K-pop stan from a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure I don't do anything that I say here anymore. So sit back, relax, and enjoy me making a fool of myself. Hear me out. I got into Twice around August of 2018, and while I had stanned K-pop groups prior to them, Twice was the very first K-pop group that actually prompted me to explore other groups. I was still a new once when I heard about yt.tzuyubebe debuting, and when I saw their debut, I refused to accept it. I thought that JYP would start neglecting Twice, and since I was a new fan at the time, I was still learning to adjust to the K-pop community as a whole. I was thinking that all of JYP's attention would shift towards yt.tzu and that everyone would forget Twice's existence. And as a new once who was toxic and protective, it was just a natural instinct. Rumor has it that if you go through the comments of Dalla Dalla's MV, you can see one of my comments saying people shouldn't forget Twice just because yt.tzu debuted and other stupid shit. However, I moved on from that rather quickly after about a week of their debut. I love them so much, and now they are one of my alts. Moving on. Okay, so this is another embarrassing one. But for the longest time I thought that Kai and Shi Yumin were Chinese members of EXO simply because of their stage names. However, in around January of this year, I started looking into EXO because I had just loved their music and songs that I heard randomly pop up on Spotify. And now I know that Kai's real name is Jungin, and Shi Yumin's real name is Min Sok. I also thought that Kai was the maknae of EXO, but we're not gonna talk about that. Overall, I'm glad I stand them and that they became my alts, because if I had never learned more about them, I wouldn't even stan half as many boy groups as I do today, nor would I have been blessed with such delicious music. Anyways. Alright, so before y'all judge me, I'm sure y'all have listened to your fair share of misheard lyrics, just as I have. But listen to this and read what I thought they were saying and you will hear it. I promise. I'm the biggest hit, I'm the biggest hit on the station. Anyways, this was really embarrassing because up until July of this year I didn't even know the real lyrics until I looked it up and come to find out that I had been singing the wrong lyrics for like a year. 'Tis very tragic, love. Hehe, I'm pretty sure everyone has had this thought once in their life as a K-pop stan. I heard of Girls' Generation ever since I was young. However, it was honestly because I didn't understand the abbreviation of the Korean name of Girls' Generation. So it honestly had me confused for a while. But anyways, Stream Genie. And speaking of Girls' Generation, that leads me to my next confession. I'm pretty sure if you have seen my unpopular K-pop opinions videos from early 2019, you know what I'm talking about. Now let me explain. I wasn't gatekeeping K-pop from people that weren't fans. I was gatekeeping K-pop from new armies and blinks. I would say stuff like, you aren't a real K-pop stan if you don't know the legends of K-pop, aka Girls' Generation, Big Bang, 21, Shiny, etc. etc. I sounded like an annoying second-gen stan that was just mad that third-gen was making a significant impact in the West. And I would get mad whenever I saw a Blink or ARMY say K-pop was the best because I assumed they just stand popular groups such as Blackpink and BTS. It was truly a tragic time in my life, and while I have grown past this, I will never forget how cringy and stubborn I sounded then. Why couldn't I just understand that someone doesn't have to know everything about K-pop history in order to be a stan? Like, I just sounded pathetic and petty. If you knew me then or ever experienced that, I apologize because that's just embarrassing. But moving on. This one is pretty funny because I used to think that you have to know all the names of the members and listen to all their music to stan a group. However, I stanned ATEEZ from 2019 and I never learned their names until Inception teasers came out. Whoopsies. The hypocrisy came out. But yes, stan ATEEZ because they have the full package. This was honestly just plain ignorance on my part. I used this just as a way to not admit that BTS paved the way, and it was really embarrassing. I said shit like Psy made a name for himself and the industry in the West with Gangnam Style, Yet when that song came out I myself did not even know it was in Korean. I guess at the time I just couldn't get over the fact that BTS was popular for a reason and that my second gen faves had been quote unquote replaced. I remember replying to people commenting under my videos trying to justify how other artists besides BTS paved the way for K-pop in the West. It was so toxic and atrocious, and if you experienced this time in my YouTube career, no you didn't. But anyways, that's all for the video. I hope you all got second-hand embarrassment from this video and feel free to bully me in the comments. Stay safe, wear a mask, and I'll see you next time.